It was a tragedy unparalleled on Australian roads.
A mass of hopelessly tangled wreckage with...
It's extraordinary that 30 years on, after the Grafton crash, the Kempsey crash, the Gillies Highway crash, the Tamborine crash, the more recent Hunter Valley crash, the Bruce Highway crash, we still have people dying on buses because there are no seatbelts. I was involved for a client in a tragedy that occurred up at Tamborine. My client owned a bus company, and one of their buses rolled over when it was coming down Henry Robert Drive, and 11 people were killed. And I was involved in the inquest, and as a result of that inquest, I became aware of some serious problems with bus safety generally in Australia, things that I'd never even thought about before. Subsequently, I had children of myself, and my experience in the Tamborine tragedy caused me to worry a lot about school bus safety. Buses were allowed to operate without seatbelts. They were allowed to operate on high-risk bus routes, and buses weren't designed to withstand accidents, and it was inevitable that accidents were going to occur, so that when a bus rolled over, the people inside the bus were thrown around like toys in a dryer. And buses distort, the cabin distorts, windows break, people's limbs and protrude as the buses are rolling over. It's a terrible thing, and you can't go through an inquest like that without being changed. The firm decided that they were quite happy to support me and to put the money and the time that was necessary in getting involved in this issue. We employed a media advisor to promote the campaign initially at Attwood Marshall. It was a learning experience for us, and it was an expensive experience for the firm. We were lucky in that my partners all were concerned about the same issue, and they were happy to get on board. I think the public campaign was quite successful. Governments did spend a fair bit of money after that in improving the school bus safety issue. We were able to improve the risks, or reduce the risks for kids travelling on remote school bus routes. And I believe now most of them do have seatbelts, which is a good thing. People often suggest that it's unusual for a law firm to get involved in a public campaign like this. Plaintiff law is different from what you'd expect from a lot of legal firms. Plaintiff law involves acting for ordinary people with ordinary problems, and particularly in the injury space, you have people who are injured by defective products, people who are injured by unsafe practices in the community, unsafe workplaces. And it's not in the interests of employers, it's not in the interests of governments, it's not in the interests of anybody else to draw attention to these things. The only people who are able to draw attention to these things are the lawyers that represent these people, and that's why Attwood Marshall did it.